Thank you guys. Okay. Before I enter the class, we have some compare expressions. Okay. So what does this examples means? If we want to call a launch parameters. So for example, we have given as a launch parameters here. If we want to call those launch parameters to the eval expressions, okay, to eval, so we can use this type of sample code guys. LP dot get simple data. Okay. So same way we have a different functions guys. Pass 0 dot get headers. Okay. Pass 0 dot xpath. If you want to call a xpath guys, the fields. What are the fields we have? If you can observe, pass 0 dot xpath. Pass 0 dot xpath. So how we can write in this props variables in the ML component. Those type of examples you will get it here guys. This is the example. Okay. So same way, if you want to store a variable length, what is the length of, what is the size of the variables? If you want to find out, this is the way we can use the sample codes, guys, which is available in the community, guys. Okay, so uh, you don't have community access. I will list down this all the components. It means this available expressions, and I will share through mail, guys. Okay, these are all the sample references, guys. Everything we can take it from the community, guys. Okay. So I will share this everything guys to everyone. No need to worry about this sample functions, guys. So now come back to the our actual integration, guys. Okay. So for example, if you don't want to use this put integration message, guys. Okay. So for example, so if you want to display as a output, guys, display as a output. Okay. Display as a output, guys. So in this case, how many records got successfully completed? How many records got failed? If it's a fail, it will come to here, central component. It will process to the downstream application, right? So we can take a async mediation, guys. Async mediation and connect. Same way, after success also, we can take a one more async mediation, guys. After success record also. Okay. Now, so we can take a one level component here also one level component, guys. Okay. So here we can take a one plus button props up. This is the error log, right? So we can take a e log equal to, we have to write a okay code, guys. So dot, if you do the control dot control space, guys, you will get a all the code, guys. Sample the required suggestions, guys. It will show us. Okay. So before write into anything here, I want to take it as this as a string builder, guys. So we need to take it as a text component, guys. This as a text, guys, not a variable. So that is the reason in the ML component first I have added as a elog equal to new java dot lang dot string builder. If you no idea, if you forgot the code, we can take it as a new java dot control space. Yeah, for this one is not coming, I think. Java. Yeah. For this, we don't have any suggestions, guys. We directly use this new java.lang.string builder, guys. Okay. This variable is a we consider as a string builder, guys. Okay. Same as for success record also, we can take a same message, guys. Slang. Okay. So this way we can define the variable first, error logs and the success log. Both logs should be displayed as a string builders, guys. Okay. So we are going to declare as a string, guys. These two variables we are going to declare as a string. That is the giving this variable, this function, guys. New java.lang string builder. Okay. Now we can use our string builder here, guys. So here the sample code is this one, guys. So if you want, we can do the dot control space. So you will get a all the suggestions, guys. Okay. So this way we can write a code, guys. This is the sample code. Okay. So how this code will work, we'll see, guys. This log equal to error log equal to e log. So what we declared in the e log as a string builder here, guys. So e log dot props of log. Okay. Props of log dot append, guys. Props of log. Okay. This is the builder, guys. String builder dot append, guys. So we going to append means add, guys. Append means yeah. So we going to add this entire data to the this this variable, guys. Okay. This entire data we going to add to this variable, guys. Append means we can add data to this variable. We're going to add this data, entire data to the this variable, guys. What is this data? Let's see, guys. Props of employee ID. Let's come back to the our employee ID is this case. Props of employee ID and then props of plan. Which plan it is? Okay. So which employee ID and which plan? So if it's a error message, context dot error message. Previously we have used the put integration message as a context dot error message, right? The same function we can use it here to display error message, guys. To display error message. And this is a failed records, guys. We are processing as a failed records. Failed records, guys. And this is the slash r and slash n means. So it's going to next row, guys. Next line. We are getting as a second error means what will happen? It will print a second record into the second row, guys, for the error messages. Okay. So this way, this code we can define, guys. Same as for success record also we can change, guys. This is the e log. S log. Here we should maintain e, guys. S log. If it's a completed records, guys. So for the completed record, we won't get it as a this content as error message. This error message we won't commit, guys. We just remove and we can remove the one plus and one comma also. Okay. So this way we can give it, guys. Success log, to success log we're going to append the these values, guys. Okay, and this is the complete records, and it will go to the next row, guys. Okay, so now what will happen, it will come to here, split the record, store the data into these variables, and it will process these records. And if it's a success record, it will load the success record here. Okay, and it will come to the second row. Again it will come back to the splitter, and it will load the second record, and again it will come back to the second row. Okay, this way this will be processed. Now once we given this variables, is it show as output, guys?
Oh, no, sir.
No. So I'm going to delete this store component right now. So we don't want to display every time. Now what we can take, even if you take it as a store component, it will not work, guys. Okay, so we can take a one write component here. So remove the message content, take a text, guys. We're going to declare as a dot to string, guys. Is it string or not, guys? We have declared as a error log success record, store into the string builder, guys. So we're going to add the data into the string builder, this entire data. So now that variable we are going to consider as a string, guys. We're going to store as a two string, guys. Okay, same as for this same right, we're going to give it here, guys, for the S record success log dot to string. So now even if you take it as a right component, okay, is it show in the display, guys, output file? No. So we should take a store component now. Now see if we can observe what is this output file, guys. Output is a message, and now previously showing is in the variable, guys, props variable. Now that props variable we are converting into the string, guys. String into the store as a output message, as a message, guys. Now we can take it as a input as a message, output we can store into the variable elog and error.txt, guys, text file. Okay, same as for store component here. Slog for the txt variable. Yes, now deploy the workday, guys. Now rerun this integration. Now we got a 5 output file, guys. Okay, so success log, S log, S log, 3 S logs, success log, 1 error log, guys. Okay, let's open this error log. If you can observe, this is the employee ID. Then this is the plan name, guys, and this is the error message. Okay, until here we have a error message, and this is the failed records. Now, if we go to the success record, see the first employee got successfully completed, and the second employee also successfully completed, and third employee also completed records. Why we are getting the other success records? All the success record extracting as a single. Why? This is the first record. This is the first and second. First and second. And whenever we have a third record happen, the total third records will be displayed in the last output file, guys. So is it correct way, guys? How the records is pending, guys? See, the first employee is extracted properly, loaded successfully. Okay, it will append the data. Okay, this is a different case, guys. Okay, so it will store a it will add data into this success log record, guys. Okay, and then it will come back to splitter record here, and again it will what will happen? The first record will be append add to this success record. Okay, and it will go to toString right component. Then it will display in the output file, guys. Again, it will come back to the splitter component, split the second employee record, and it will process the record, second employee record, and it will be successful completed. We have already one employee already existing in this variable, guys. Okay, and it will append means it will add the second employee record, and it will process to the right component, and it will display the second two output files. It means two employees record into the second output file, guys. Again, it will split the third employee record. It will successfully loaded, and it will already we have a successful record two records. So it will add the third record, and it will print it to the third output file, guys. Okay. So if we have a 1,000 success records and 100 fails records, total 1100 output files you will get it, guys. Is the correct way, guys? Every file we need to download and share to the business team. Is it not correct way, guys? We have to generate a one business case is a we have to generate a one success log and one is for error log, guys. Okay. So in that case, so how we can generate, guys? We don't want to generate a multiple files. We want to generate a single output file, guys. How we can generate?
Okay, there's aggregator function.
Sorry.
Aggregator.
Okay. We can use aggregator. So again, we're going to give it as a -1 record. Yes or no? We don't know how many records is coming. So we're going to give as a -1 record. In that case, the success record will come in the output file. Again, we have to take it as a local out, local in component to process record. Yes or no? Okay. So it is a very long process, guys. So we can take a aggregator component. Now we can take it as a size batch strategy -1, and can you take it as a XML content collector or message content collector? Message content collector, guys. Okay, why? Because of this is a text format, not XML format. So now tell me guys, we can connect from here and here as well. From both we can take it as a both connections, and if we take it as a one more async mediation after aggregator, guys. One more async mediation after aggregator. Okay, we can process to here. Now think about this process, guys. Okay, think about this process. So the store component, so avail component we can keep it here, guys. Okay, it will evaluating the data and aggregating the data into the one output file. Now if we take it as a write component here, immediately we can take a store component, which means so it will take a success log, which means this record will be taking the store component here, write component, then it will store the data, guys. Okay, when it will come until to come to all the last record, it will trigger this aggregator component. Aggregator will component trigger and send it to the this component. Okay, same as well. Can we take this write component here and the store component also here, guys? Okay, now if we can observe, if we are extracting as a multiple record, success record, so in this case what will happen, guys? Okay, so it will add the how many records we have, it will add it, it will append it, and it will collect the data, guys, until unless we have a -1 record. It means until unless when we meet with the last record, it will collect the data, it will not aggregate, it will not batch the data, guys. Okay, same for the this one as well. So it will not consider whether it's a success or error. Okay, both it will take it to minus record, minus last record, then from here to it will process to the next component. Okay, this way it will be work, guys. Now save and deploy to the workday, guys. Now we got a only three output file, which is report XML. One is for success log, one is for error log. So let's download the success record. We have a total three records got successfully loaded, guys, and error record also same, guys. Okay. Now for this error record or success record, so do you have any headers, guys? So if we want to generate as a header, we can generate, guys. Here we can take it, guys. Comma, plan, comma, error comma status. Okay, same as for this as well. So this is the success record, right? Status. Same for error record as well. Here error status. So this way we can take a and display in the hunter's case. Okay. So another example, one more business case guys. If you don't want to generate a two output files guys, success record one and error record one, the business required only single output file. Both success and error records into the one file guys. We don't want to two files. We want to only single output file. If we can share those single output file to the business team, they can analyze what are the success record and what are the error records. Okay. So this is the second business case guys. Some business cases we have to generate a two output file. One is for the text success record, one is for the error record guys. Another business case is a okay. Another business case is a we have to generate a single output file. How we can generate guys?
By removing the first store component in async mediation file.
Sorry.
Sir, we gave two store components, no, sir, for each write component. Instead of that, if we give only one store component, can we?
Now because of that, I'm checking this error guys. If you take it as a set added component, validate only equal to true, then it will not trigger a data into the workday guys. Okay, it should not display the header record into the here guys. I'm just checking why it's triggering still. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 times. We have to declare it here. No need. We have taken the same extended validate only mode. I don't know why it's not still triggering. Okay, let's see later for this issue. So I will check it later, guys. But guys, so whenever we want to validate only mode in the studio, we can take a set error component. X validate only. Always we going to process it true, guys. Okay. So then it will consider as a true condition to not process this record to the okay, not loaded to the workday. Now come back to the our actual requirement, guys. If you want to generate as a single file for the success and error record, both records. If you take a one store component, what will happen? It will process this record to the message, okay, and it will stop it, guys. It will take it from the another error log, guys. It will take it from the data error log and it will store only error log record. It will skip the success record if you take a one store component. So in this case, so we don't want to use a two variables, guys. Only we can take it as a one, which is a log file, guys. Another one we can keep it in the comment. Okay. Now, so the variable we can declare only one log file. Only both success and error record we're going to declare it into the one log, guys. Only one variable. So now, if we go to here, if we use the, I'm going to give as a execute when false. This component also false, guys. Store component also. If we use the false means what will happen? These two records will be skipped, guys. These two records, these two components will not process, guys. It will process only these two components. What will happen? The first component is a, so I have taken as a log tag, two string, guys. Log means I have taken as a success record and error record into the same variable, guys. Same variable. There is no difference between the two different two variables. I have taken as a same variable. Here also I have taken as a same variable. Now, if I save and deploy into the workday, guys. Now we have only two output files. The name is, if you download, see, this is the header, guys. Employee ID, plan, success and status. And this is the first two records got successfully loaded. Third employee got failed, guys. If you can observe, this is the failed record. The fourth record is successfully loaded, guys. Okay. So this way, if you want to generate a single output file, we can use the single variable, guys, both success and error, and we can use the aggregator component to process this record into the single file, guys. Okay, now, guys. Any doubts on this log files, guys? Success records and error records to process the data.
Sir, actually, till Workday outsource, we are getting an XML file now, sir.
Yeah. Till here, we're getting
Uh,
XML file. So we have taken as this as a string, guys. Okay. So each field, what are the field we have taken? Between these fields, so I have taken as a comma separated, guys. Comma here, if we can observe, comma. Okay. And this is the field, guys. Field means this is the value, guys. How it will be displayed? Let's see. So this is the log component. This is the log component adding this data, guys. Append means adding. Okay. What we adding? We are adding employee ID, which means employee first employee ID like 21002, comma. We are going to give a comma, guys, here. Plus comma, again plus. After comma, we're going to add a one more field plus plan, which means Christmas bonus, guys. Christmas bonus. Okay. Again, comma, whether this is a completed, successfully completed. Completed record, guys. Okay. So we're going to add a append, guys. Second record 21003, comma, C bonus. Okay. comma, completed. So now if data is coming like this, what will happen? What it consider? It will consider as a text file.
CSV.
If we want to still processing as a XML file, we can use it guys, XML file. But we are using as a append. So that is the reason. Whatever the delimiter file we have using, that delimiter it will display here guys. If we take it as a pipe delimiter, not a comma, so it will display as a pipe delimiter here guys. Okay, this way it will convert it to the text format guys. If we give it as a XML file to the business team, they will understand guys. They will understand guys?
No, sir.
They can't understand. So always we go with these functions to generate as a text file guys, like CSV file. Okay. So we have a one more cloud log component guys. Add cloud log component. This component is to display as a message like we're going to give a employee ID. Okay. So if you want to generate as HTML format or CSV format or Excel format, whatever format we want, we can generate by the cloud log component. We have a info message or warning or error messages. So if it's error message, we can take it here as a error message as a HTML format. So same way, if we want to generate as a success record as well, we can add a one more cloud component. Here we can take it as a info as a format text. So how we can call to display in the output file? We can use it guys the variable name test. Okay, this variable in the store component level as a input as a variable we can use guys. Now it will be displayed. Okay, so this way we can generate a cloud log component text. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. So this is the local error handling uses guys. Okay, for example, if we having an error on this component, eval component, something error guys. For example, you have given a different XPath or by mistakenly you did a different error message on the eval component level. For example, we have a different functions in the eval right? So if else condition also we can write guys. Simple date format. If we want to convert a format, date format, we can we can use this function guys. Okay. So for example, this got error on the integration level. Okay. So if we want to capture this error, what will happen? Sometimes it will not work on. It will not work guys. Send a component. Or else we are facing error here or somewhere else. Okay. We don't have handle the sender component guys. We did not add those to the or here. For example, we are having error here guys. We did not add a sender component here. In this type of cases, what will happen? So those local error handling not will work guys. So in that case, we can use a global error handling guys. Global error handling. Global error handling. This global error handler contains the set of two components guys. Set of two components. Set of two components. This will be taken as a retro error equal to false this is as a put integration message as a critical guys. Survey T equal to critical. Summary, it will display as a error message guys. Okay. If we having any error messages, for example, if you are not using the sender component here, if you are facing error, it will capture this error, this component to trigger a error message guys. Okay, which means if it's not triggering the sender component, local error handling, so it will consider as a global error handling, and it is a very critical error. Critical error. So that is the reason by default the global error handling showing as a critical error. Okay. So this is the global error handling. This we can call it as a global error handling. The definition of the global error handling is if an entire assembly level, if entire assembly level we are getting any error, if we want to capture those errors, we can use this global error handling. Okay. So what is the local error handler? Local error handler means each component wise. Any component wise, if we are facing any error, if we want to capture those errors to process and display in the error log level, we can use a local error handling. Okay. So this is the difference, guys. So there is interview questions also. So what is the local error handling and what is the global error handling? What is the difference between inspector and aggregator? What is the difference between async mediation and sync mediation? So these are the interview questions, guys. Okay, be prepared. Okay, so they will ask you to the. Can you please tell me the recent integration you done? Okay, you can explain the one outbound integration which you discussed earlier. So we have to generate each company has a one output file. So that purpose we have created a one outbound integration to call a custom report and using the group by function to generate a different output file. Okay. So on inbound integration, we can tell them to this way, guys. I have done the request one time payment. Different guys. Assign roles, do the automation way. So I have done this inbound integration. What is the process means? We can take a this process, same process. Guys. We're getting a file from the SFTP, process those files using the converting SCSV to XML. Then later I have used the splitter component. Then I have stored all the values into the variables. Then I have used the web service to load a data into the workday. So then I have used the local error handling to capture the errors and the success records generated into the one output file. This way we can convey this message. Okay. So this is the local error handling and this is the global error handling, guys. This way we can create a inbound integration, guys. Simple inbound integration. Okay. So the only issue is here the set data component is not working as expected. Validate only equal to even if it's taken as a true, it's not considering into the here, guys. So I will check what is this error. But actually we have to take a if we want to process a validate or without loading the data, we have to check the data is giving properly or not. So that purpose we are using the set data component in the x validate only equal to true. If we take these values, okay, it will check the validate only mode, guys. Okay, so this is the purpose of set data component, and I will share the this all the sample level expressions, guys. Okay, so to for your reference purpose, you can use it, and I will share this expression as well. Okay, you can use it, and this is this one also. Okay, so you can use it to you can use these functions in our integration to build, guys. Okay, so studio outbound and inbound integration is completed, guys. Okay, tomorrow onwards BART classes will start. Okay, till now studio classes. Any doubts, guys? Till studio classes, any doubts? Any
Sir,
integration, guys?
is there any place we can debug the process? Is there any place in the studio?
Sorry.
Like, is there any place in the studio we can debug the process?
Yeah, the debugging means, so as we discussed right earlier, we can download a cloud log component, sorry, log component. Okay, so we have a considered report, guys. Yes or no? Using the considered report, we can open the considered report Viva and we can upload that file. Okay, we can run, guys. So where the integration is failed, based on that, we can debug those components, guys. We can check the specific component why it's getting error or things. We can debug it. That is enough, guys, in studio. So we have a one more debug option. Okay. So we have a debug integration option, guys. Under Cloud Explorer, if we right click on the integration, we have a debug option, guys. If we go to our integration, INT 128 inbound integration. So we have option, guys. We can run the integration from here. We don't need to launch the integration. So if we use the launch option there, okay, launch integration, it will ask this prompt launch. So it will run the integration from here, guys. And if you go to the process monitor, see, this is a preparing. If we double click on here, it will display the log input log file, guys. Okay. Authenticate fail. We have initiated, it is a previous run, guys, the last year, previous years. Today we have run this integration, it's preparing still, and it's not started. We have to give the credentials. Yeah, now it's run the integration. Okay, if you double click on here, it will generate a log file, guys. This is the log file, guys. Okay, employee ID, this is the, okay, if we can observe the same log file how we can generate from the tenant, the same type of log file we can download it here, guys. Process monitor. Okay, if we go to the progress, there is no only process monitor we can check, guys. Okay, so this way we can run the integration from the studio itself. We don't need to log into the tenant, guys. If you want to debug, we have a debug integration. So here we have to click the debug. If you go to the authentication, it will check the authentication, username and password, check properly and do the debug, or we have a open debug dialog. Click on the open debug option. So here we have all the options, guys. Okay. So this is the implementation tenant. This is the integration name. Okay, so just do the debug option. See guys, this is the required to launch integration Zulu 11 guys. Okay, I have selected as a 8 version guys. Okay, so that is the reason it's failing guys. We have to select a my studio application is running as a 8 version guys. So that is the reason it's not a option to enable the debug option guys. If you want to debug, if you in the Cloud Explorer we have a right click on the integration, we have a debug integration guys. Okay, so we have option debug. So do you have any way we can change the version? Mm, JRE, yeah, yes. Here we have a change to 1.8 Zulu 11 or Zulu 11, Zulu 11. I think this one. Targeted vector runtime Java SE 1.8 JDK is required for the 1.8 is required. Let's but until till now I did not use this debug option. So most of the cases, so we go with the mostly to consider report to debug the integration test. Most of the cases. So I have select this option 1.8 is required. Previously also it is I have selected 1.8 only. Still it's asking something else I think. Okay, it's not allowing us to debug the integration. So maybe so we have to select any version issue or something. Okay, but most of the cases,
Okay.
we go with the consider report waiver guys. Okay,
So do we write in, like, do we need to implement anything for the testing? And for example, if we completed our studio integration, like, do we need to implement anything to test it instead of only running?
no guys. So whenever you develop any integration, we have to run manually and we have to check the data whether it's loaded successfully or not, or whether data is extracted properly or not. So, okay, there is no other way guys, only one way we have to test this integration. We have to run a manual integration test.
Okay, sir.
Till studio classes is completed guys. Okay, so anyone have any doubts on integrations?